since Herbert Hoover.
Because of COVID, yes.
Well, it's not because of COVID. We put $3 trillion into the economy when he was president, working with and the Congress working together. We put $3 trillion into the economy. So don't blame it on COVID. And what did he do with COVID? Denial and delay, responsible for thousands and thousands of people dying. So if you're going to forgive his job record because of COVID, make sure you attribute many of those deaths to him as well.
Not forgiving anything, just noting the content.
Incompetent. Forget silly and crazy and crooked and all the rest. Incompetent.
Let me just say, why do I run that clip? I run that clip because that's the Republican presidential nominee, and I thought you might have a reaction to it. I'm about to run another clip, and this one is the House Speaker, Mike Johnson, and today he was asked whether he'd follow the regular order when it comes to the election certification process. If Kamala Harris beats Donald Trump in November, we don't actually have the clip. I'm just going to tell you what he said. He said, quote, "If we have a free, fair, and safe election, we're going to follow the Constitution." What do you think of that, the caveat?
Why should there be a caveat? Why don't we just all agree? Why don't we just all agree? Whoever wins, we are for the peaceful transfer of power. He's trying again to wed himself to this fake conspiracy theory about the election. But you know what? We don't agonize, we organize. And we organize to make sure that Hakeem Jeffries has that gavel on January 6th. It's very essential, not only for the issues that we care about, our kitchen table issues, lowering the cost of prescription drugs, which we have done, lowering the cost of health care, which we have done, lowering the cost of child care, which we did, but we have to renew, lowering the cost of so many housing, as Kamala has put forth. That's all important. But our democracy is very important. Hakeem Jeffries, now we are working, as we work to elect a Democratic president and vice president, to elect a Democratic Congress, to make sure that we can't have this a personal opinion when it's an absolute fact of numbers.
Are you worried?
The election.
Are you worried about what might happen when Congress meets in January 6, 2025, under House Speaker Johnson, if he is the Speaker? And I don't know what the results are going to be, but let's assume that he's still the Speaker. Are you worried?
Well, first of all, Hakeem will be Speaker. Second of all, if the Republicans win, they have their own fight on their hands, and that may be what he's campaigning for there. But the fact is that the government, the U.S. federal government, has declared that a national special security day. So there will be increased security around the Capitol at that time.
So the mob won't be in the room.
Well, nobody could ever foresee that the President of the United States, disrespecting the office that he held, would incite an insurrection in the Capitol, assaulting our Capitol, our symbol of democracy to the world, assaulting our Constitution, which called for the peaceful transfer of power, and assaulting the Congress of the United States violently, going after me with a bullet in my head and a noose for his own vice president, who would not follow his instruction to ignore the Constitution and not honor his oath to protect and defend the Constitution. The national anthem says, "Proof through the night that our flag is still there." You've heard me say that again and again. And this is our night. We have to prove through the night that our flag is still there. I'll give you another Baltimore phrase. It comes from horse racing. We're here. We're going to whip to the lead, and then we're going to whip the lead to victory. And we do not agonize. We organize.
You organize. Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Democrat from San Francisco. Always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Good to see you. Coming up next, the Republican